What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to No Life to Metal. It's time for yet another big edition of the mail. That's right, time for the mail. Now, this edition of the mail is a little different. It's actually several packages that have come in from the same person. A buddy of mine who lives in New Mexico. His name is Rob. And I bought a few things from him. I showed a 7-inch video not too long ago, and I showed a bunch of pre-singles that I picked up from him in a Destruction single. But this time around, he sent me just some goodies, some of which I've seen, some of which I haven't seen. I did take everything out of the boxes, one of which I purchased, and there was a couple 7-inch singles in this package too, which I have taken out, put them aside. I'm going to show them in my next 7-inch updates. But in any case, the one I purchased is St. Vitus Die Healing. I have nearly everything from St. Vitus in my collection, but I was missing this particular album. I don't know why. It's always on my watch list. I'm always looking for it, but I just never run across it. And if I do, it's overpriced. But anyhow, this is a really nice pressing of it. It's green vinyl. It's SST label. It's I believe it's SST. But it's got the embossed St. Vitus logo. It's got obviously an OB strip on here. It has got this kind of emerald green translucent vinyl, and it has, if I can get it out of here, a 12 by 24 inch insert with photos and lyrics, and really nice package on this one. So he gave me a good price on it, so I'm really appreciative. Thanks, Rob. Now the rest of the stuff he just sent as a gift, which is really nice. I mean, he didn't have to send me anything other than the stuff I paid for, right? So, but he sent me a few things that I appreciate, and I'm going to show those off now. And a few things that I haven't seen yet because they came in like a folder. I actually just bought another single from him that's coming in the mail too, so I probably should have waited another day to do this video, but I have time, so I'm just going to do it. All right, so these are a few freebies that he sent me that fantastic. So this is 10 Years After, Alvin Lee and Company on the Durham label. Didn't have this album in my collection, and glad to have it. Just, you know, fantastic classic rock. I'm sure if you're a fan of hard and heavy rock and roll, you know who 10 Years After and Alvin Lee is, so there you go. Alright, and then another album that came with that same one, and I've actually played this one out once because I used to have this, and again, back in 1990, I sold my whole collection, and I haven't gotten everything back, but this is one I had that I didn't have. Now I have it back again. This is a radio DJ copy of Black Oak, Arkansas. If an angel comes to see you, would you make her feel at home? Of course, classic Southern rock. They were pretty unique in their sound, especially Jim Dandy's vocal style was pretty unique. But let me take the record out so it doesn't fall out here. On the Atco label, gatefold, back cover. As you can see, it is a DJ copy. It's got a couple stickers on it. Someone named Crouch apparently owned this record at one time. So Crouch, I now own your record. Thank you very much for writing your name on there. I appreciate it. But yeah, I like Black Oak, Arkansas. I think I did them kind of late. I mean, when I say late, it was probably 20, 30 years ago. But you know, back in the 70s when I was getting into a lot of music, I didn't know Black Oak, Arkansas, so I didn't really get into them until the mid 80s or something like that. And a lot of that was actually watching one of those anti-rock things, you know, where the preachers talking about evil rock and roll is, and they were talking about the live album and how, you know, if you play this part backwards, I can't remember what it says, something about Satan or something like that on their live album. You know, the whole backwards masking thing. So that's kind of how I discovered Black Oak, Arkansas. So that kind of backfired because instead of you know, turning me away from rock and roll, it turned me on to new bands. But regardless, you know, great band and really cool album. So I'm glad to have it in the collection. All right, so now here, this is the folder I haven't seen yet, but I did see these two things and three things. So he sent me this really cool classic Genesis patch. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Obviously a stitched patch from back in the probably an 80s patch, but regardless, it's really cool. I'm a huge Genesis fan, so glad to have it part of the collection. This next band I like, not a huge fan of. I do have a lot of their stuff on CD. I have nothing on vinyl, but this is a Styx tour book. The Main Event. I don't know if this was a Pieces of 8 tour book, because that seems to be what's advertised in here. I just don't know enough about this band to immediately look at it and say, hey, that's what tour this is, but I think that's what it is. I think it's a Pieces of 8 tour book. So, lots of, obviously cool photographs of the band. I love tour books. I collect them. I've got piles of them. I collect anything rock and roll, heavy metal related, so Styx. Yeah, look at that. Rickenbacker bass, or as let me say, the Rickenbacker bass. Kind of gave him a growly, dirty sound. Dennis DeYoung. Yeah, let's see, we got Tommy Shaw. There he is, Tommy Shaw. Of course, who also made a name for himself in the damn Yankees with Ted Nugent. So, the stitching has come loose on this one. Which, when I say stitching, it's called a saddle stitch, and it's literally just 2 staples. And I'll take the staples out, take them over to a printer around the corner who's a buddy of mine, and just re-stitch it back together again. It'll be good as new. This next one, I'm a huge prog rock fan. I mean, I have tons of prog rock CDs and vinyl, and just all kinds of stuff that, I'm sure if I turn around and flip through my record collection that's behind me here, the stuff I've recently played, I could probably pull out 10 prog rock records. But this particular band, I really am kind of unfamiliar with them. I know they have a huge following, and I'm not sure why I never dug deeper into their collection, but this is the Moody Blues, and this is a tour book from them. Again, it's just one that I'm not hugely familiar with. I know a lot of people love these guys, and I'm not saying I don't, I dislike them. I'm just saying I'm unfamiliar. I never familiarized myself with the Moody Blues, and I don't know why that is. Like I said, I'm a huge prog fan, so maybe I need to do myself a favor and check and give them a listen. But Moody Blues tour book, again, that was a free gift from him. Don't know what year this tour was from. Might be a copyright or something on here that tells me that, but nope, I don't see it. Looks like the 90s. 93, looks like. So, 93 tour book from the Moody Blues. And then, what's in the folder? I'm assuming it's... I don't know what it is. Oh, okay. I do know what this stuff is. I mean, I didn't see these yet, but... So there's a little plastic baggie full of photographs. So what do we got here? Yeah, Rod Stewart. And Faces. Wasn't yeah, Ron Wood and Rolling Stones was in Faces as well. That's cool. This is a Warner Archives original photograph, so very cool. Warren Zevon. Man, I don't know this band at all. Dramarama? I'm going to guess from here an early 90s kind of alt hard rock band. Of course I know who this is. Hank Williams Jr. looking like a badass. And then this is obviously from the self-titled Trouble album. I actually have an original one of this. This looks to be a I don't know if it's, I don't know. It's not the ones that the record company gave out. It could be ones that the band sold at concerts. It could be, who knows. It could just be one that somebody made. Hard to tell. But still cool. Along with that, there are some old flyers in here. Trouble in Concert, Marlowe's Rock Studios. I dig stuff like this. So, and then, that's really cool too. I mean, this looks pretty old and brittle, so I'm assuming this is probably an original flyer. But regardless, it's still cool, and it will be going into my collection. So there you go. My buddy Rob, he doesn't do YouTube videos, so I can't put up a link. Maybe one of these days, Rob will be over here, and him and I will do a video together. So, but anyhow, Rob, I appreciate the stuff. Thank you very much. That's it. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.